remembering Paris is dead. As France mourns, world leaders gathered in Turkey and stood in solemn contemplation. There is now a renewed urgency to defeat Daesh, also known as ISIS. Terrorism is dominating the G20's agenda.
Terrorism is a threat to our peace and security for all of us. In Turkey, we do believe that developing cooperation and fighting against terrorism is an issue where we should show much more strong determinism.
The President of France has stayed at home to deal with the tragedy. In his place, the country's Foreign Minister, Laurent Fabius, sharing a handshake of solidarity with the Turkish President earlier. Leaders here calling for unity against terror.
That we will redouble our efforts working with other members of the coalition to bring about a peaceful transition in Syria and to eliminate Daesh as a force that can create so much pain and suffering for people.
Relations between Presidents Obama and Putin haven't always been cordial, but an unofficial 30-minute chat suggests there may be a new diplomatic push for cooperation over Syria, even though the two are divided over the future of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The leaders are trying to find a way to respond to the bloodshed spreading far beyond Daesh's foothold in the Middle East, and some have pledged a tough response. But the reality is the US and Russia have very different views over the conflict in Syria, and while those differences remain, finding a unified response to combat extremism will be very hard to achieve. Leaders, as ever, put on a show of unity for the traditional family photo, and some smiles for the cameras. But the repercussions from the war in Syria will continue to be felt, and the horror of the Paris attacks doesn't mean there will be a consensus on how to end the conflict. Duncan Crawford, TRT World, the G20, Antalya.